morning, all. Ira Epstein of Linn Associates with your morning flash update. And where are we? Well, we're sitting here now on October 13th, Wednesday, 2021. 2021. And we are looking at an interesting day of all kinds of data. Before we go to the markets, let's go there. The MBA mortgage, that's the least important of the day, but you saw that the index itself up 0.2. The purchase index up. I was surprised to see that. Refi down a little. This is where the market is studying. I'm not going to read every one for you. Suffice to say, inflation's running the hottest it has since 2008. And looking at that, that's going to give the Fed the green sign, go. They got 4.8% unemployment. I don't believe it. You know, can manipulate however you count and don't count. And now they get that. That's a given. They're going ahead with the tapering. The Conference Board comes out with the online help wanted index this morning at 9. The Federal Reserve FOMC minutes come out at 1 o'clock today. Chinese economic data, again, one of these crazy numbers. I look at the exports, the September exports. This is wrong. It should be 28.1%, not 281. 28.1% on the year. That is 7% bigger than the market thought. They've got all these energy problems. We're in different regions. They've shut down factories. There's certain times you can open them, certain times you can't, certain days you can't. And you're telling me the exports are humming? This has to be data before that took place. In the Eurozone, the economic data, up 1.6% on the month versus an expected 1 point. Did I say up? It's down 1.6 versus down 1.7. Output for August, as you take a look in the Eurozone, up better than the market thought. These are good numbers from them. OPEC came out with their projections, and they're going to see how the market wants to handle all that. So we'll see what goes on there. That's an old slide that I had. So where are we? Well, let's now go through this. A bit of a correction hitting in the energies. Okay. Why? Because when you get hot CPI numbers, it puts them under the microscope. It's the first thing people are going to look at. Why is that going up? Well, we know it's all energy related. I can't say all, it's wage related to a degree, but primarily energy. Okay, that doesn't mean these corrections aren't the buying opportunities. We'll see what they come out to be. When you're taking a look at bonds and notes, they have been everywhere. I don't know how to explain it. Everywhere. One moment I looked at the market, you were back to 156 in the 10-year note, then 159. You're everywhere in it. Soybeans got smashed yesterday, a little bit of a bounce today. The dollar index down a little bit as foreign currencies are getting a breather for a minute on that strong dollar. If you look at the gold market, I'm telling you, when you saw the CPI data come out, this market had been near the highs. It fell back to unchanged, and now it's come all the way back up for these strong gains. I'm very impressed in copper. I want to bring something up. You know, China, in its wisdom, stopped using their energy to allow crypto miners to keep going. Where do you think the crypto miners moved to? What if I tell you the U.S. is the #1 mining area now on the earth? There's something wrong with what we're allowing with that. Siberia is being overwhelmed by the Chinese running out of there. You talk about greening, you talk about all this, and you talk about energy prices. Why doesn't the U.S. say, no, you can't mine here either? I don't get that. Why are we doing something that doesn't really contribute to the society other than this esoteric currency, asset class, whatever you want to call it, the wannabe, but it's taking away and driving our energy prices higher. So I look at that, and sometimes, you know, you look at these other countries, you go, you know, look what they're doing. But I think you got to look at some of this and say, what are we doing at times? We're going green, but we're going to allow this crypto mining to consume it. If China said it consumed that much energy, I don't care what our public says. There's got to be some truth to that when our government says, no, it's just fine, let them go. I'm not buying into that in any manner whatsoever. You might want to take a look at this course. I think it'll make a big difference in how you look at support and resistance zones when you chart. Welcome. I'm Ira Epstein, and I'm here to talk about my enhanced Bollinger Band course. Now, many of you have taken my regular charting course, and if not, you might think you know something about Bollinger Bands. As you know, Bollinger Bands are an algorithm designed to keep the market trading within it 95% of the time, and on a chart, it will offer on the top part resistance, on the bottom support, and the idea is the market will travel within them. We know that sometimes it latches onto that band, goes up or goes down. Well, how do you play with that? Can you pyramid the positions off that type of thinking? Well, I've applied all three of these into 13 different videos that teach you my concept of it. And from that concept, you're able to work with weekly charts and or daily charts. The 13 videos, each about 7 minutes long. The idea here is not to put you in school forever, but to teach. Now, if you haven't tried my complete futures research, I throw that in as well. Whether you've tried this or not, I think it's worth taking a look at. I think you're going to learn something from there. That research, by the way, covers twice daily market updates for you and access to what I call window envelope numbers, which I think are very important when looking at these Bollinger Bands. The next part is a trial to our charting software so you can make your charts look the same way that mine do. It's that simple. Where do you go with it and how do you get all this? It's simple. You go to our website, www.iraepstein.com. If you go to the word education, everything you need is answered there. You can also call my staff. They'll be happy to help you get set up. I'm Ira Epstein, on the road to your education.